Hello Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Tarot Solaris Studio. So this is going to be your reading for the month of June 2025. At the beginning I thought this reading to be a timeless one, but then I decided that June deserves a reading on its own terms, and I made it like for June, but it can be still like a timeless reading too. This is the only major arcana deck, so we will be using this old deck in Martial tradition, and we are going to add some layer to it with some clarifications. This series is called If You Have Been Waiting for a Sign. This is it. And I can also add an oracle touch by the end of the reading. Okay. Let's see the cards. Okay, Sagittarius, first of all, some of you have asked this month, mostly new subscribers, but you can watch it for your sun, moon or rising signs, or simply what works for you. By the way, there is no obligation to do that. Actually, these things are more of like a reading. Can feel personal to you, because you know these readings are for that signs collective. So if you also watch what works for you, it may feel like more personal. So that's the aim of it, and for this you have to find out what works for you, simply. Okay. So Sagittarius friends, Sun, Moon and Rising too. We have these two major arcana cards. So if you have been waiting for a sign too, this is it. Okay. That and Justice. And it's a massive thing, I have to say, because it talks about some unfinished business here, some reverse lettera, like the truth is a bit, or the communication is a bit silenced, it seems, and maybe there has been unspoken endings. I think your soul demands balance. Your soul demands balance, and maybe your soul demands that emotional closure, or some kind of a cosmic correction, but that can be also something in the legal sense as we know it, in a more mundane level legal, let's say, not a divine way legal, but like a mundane way legal. I think June energy is like leaving you a bit at the beginning. It leaves you with this haunted energy. You are haunted by something left unsaid there. It's very visible from here. Maybe there was a relationship which has ended without any explanation, or there was a decision but you never made peace with it. So if you are coming from that type of narrative, especially, this reading can be really for you, Sagittarius. And of course we know that that is not the end. It's never the end. It's a sign of transformation. It brings us that facing energy. So we are actually forced to face what we try to skip. So it seems we are not talking about some endings that were clean to us, but we are rather talking about some conversations that never happened, or there was a goodbye which was very fast. And come on, we have been through a lot of situations like that, right? Which really felt like very incompleted. Or like there is this truth arising and it shows you that you never got what you have actually you never got the truth you deserve, or maybe you didn't give the truth to someone. This can be also vice versa. So something left unread, maybe a letter, a mail, it was left unsaid, it was left unheard, right? And this thing was like energetically we're all there, like sitting. So there was maybe some silence about it, unfinished business. This is like sign that we cannot bypass this, right? We cannot keep bypassing this. Usually sometimes we find these excuses, distractions, right, to skip it, to bypass it. But I think it's time for you to acknowledge the ending, which never truly closed. So there was this TV series called Cold Case, I think. I watched some episodes of it, but it was, I think, like 20 years ago, right? It's an old one. Yeah, so now something is like, it reminded me that suddenly, by the way. There was a woman detective there. This can be also something very old, by the way, like coming back and trying to find its justice, like its right setting, because justice is here to correct those scales. And this is not true revenge, it's not true drama, this is definitely true truth that has caused maybe so spirit like this sighing, longing for that truth, that emotional release. It's like the breath you hold, and when you hold your breath, you can't breathe, so you have to let it go, right? You have to let it go so you can inhale and exhale. And that breath we hold, it's like we were all this time waiting to feel okay again. So I think universe owes you clarity, or you owe clarity to someone. Maybe this is something all within, this is all going on in a psyche level. This is something you need to give to yourself. And you know what, Sagittarius, you can grant yourself that closure. Even no one says the words. And I will tell you something, we usually sometimes mistaken the closures for apologies, because closure doesn't mean we get an apology. This is actually more about making a peace with what didn't come. So we need to really understand in that context, because there can be misunderstandings, and through that we are trying to reclaim our power through that truth. So this is actually quite the setting here. This may also, by the way, at this point, I will get an oracle card from this. this is like carrying sometimes that energetic ghost, and that energetic ghost, and there was also a TV series like that, right? But in that TV series, Cold Case, I don't know if there were ghosts, by the way. I can't, but there was something like that. So, okay, there can be actually two of them, but there is this energetic ghost, my friends. So there is a message that never sent, that never received, and now you are being asked to exhale it in order to create your own justice, to end this emotional restriction, to end this emotional suspense. And you don't need to run this time, Sagittarius. You don't need to run this time. This time you need to pause, and you need to let those karmic scales settle. This is what you got to do. Oh, this is too much, but let's get this one. It has just like been dropped. And through that, see what happens. So through that, you are discovering your life purpose, or you are once again maybe reminded of that. This is not, it seems, a simple closure. It has some gifts. It has some gifts. And it may also offer you to realign with that purpose. Sorry for this noise, the window is open. But I wish the person who is trying to make it to hospital, I hope they can heal. Okay, so this closure is, I think, unlocking a rebirth to your true direction in life. It's making you aligned with your destination. And what happens actually at these times, so when I gave myself that type of a closure, like I think it was 12 years ago, I finally knew why it all had to happen. So this can also happen with you. So this thing is more than closure, and it is going to, I think, give a rebirth into your true direction, and you will understand why it all happened. This is like you are shooting Sagittarius, but this time it's going to be like a flaming arrow, and it's gonna hit, you know. I feel like for this last 6 months, since the beginning of 2025, like this first 6 months of 2025, maybe you have been stuck, not because you lost, but it was more of like you were holding your breath so speedy, like you have been holding energy that no longer belongs to you. So that old conversation, that ending, that silence, it's not just a wound. Actually, this process maybe has been blocking all the next calling, all your next calling. So when you let go of what never really served your soul, your true path starts to appear here. Now, you don't have to chase it anymore, Sagittarius. I think you just need to free yourself enough to hear that calling. But yes, that closure energy is definitely there, but there is more to it, as the oracle proves it. So if you have been waiting for a sign that the pain wasn't meaningless, that there is purpose in this pattern, there is direction in this pattern, that your future needs your full attention now, this is it. So this isn't the end, Sagittarius. This is going to be your sacred beginning. Some Sagittarius friends can also go to legal situations. Maybe this is gonna take time, but it's gonna bring that purpose once again. Okay, so until the scales balanced, this process can go, but this is a call for it. I think June is asking you to step into that energy, because it's really giving you your power, it's giving you your direction. I think this reading I find to be very elevating, and now you can acknowledge some endings here. If there has been like a truth that you have delayed out of fear or pride, now this is gonna shift. And you know, you can also tap into that energy of forgiving without forgetting. So this can be also one thing, but I think you are closing a loop, Sagittarius, and you're gonna reclaim your truth, and you will be able to breathe again after holding the weight of what has stayed unsaid. So I think you deserve to align with that life purpose. So this is it, Sagittarius friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. So that was your reading from me, Karo from Tarot Solar Sun Studio. If you think someone needs this type of reading, don't hesitate to share this, please, okay? And please remember, justice doesn't always come from them. Sometimes it comes from when we finally let something go, okay? So this is also, I think, important to mention. Sagittarius friends, thank you so much. Take care, and I will speak to you in the next readings. Bye-bye.